I'm back on my bullshit. Over the years, I've made a lot of OCs. Some of them were definitely a lot better than others. We don't have to talk about that. But most of them are pretty much defunct. They're always in my heart, but they've been abandoned. But I made some new ones. So this all started out with a little sketch that I did. I drew a little demon girl, and then I drew a little vampire girlfriend for her, and I was like, I have an idea. So I'm making OCs, and you're gonna come along with me. I haven't drawn OCs in a really long time. I used to have a webtoon, but I kind of gave up on that because I was in IBAP art, and for that it's a lot of, and I could have done my characters for my theme, but I didn't choose them for my theme. So for the most part I was just drawing random subjects instead of like two or one like repeating character. It was just different people the entire time. We're gonna make my OCs together. Come on, let's get into it. So I wanted to recap the concept art I've done so far. This is where my idea, oh my god, look at my face. This is where my idea initially came from. Demon girl with a vampire girlfriend. Obviously that sketch is like very rough and, you know, not not anatomically accurate. But then here is my concept page for my vampire girl, and I think her name is going to be Florence. I'm alternating between Florence and Cosette. If I choose Florence, Cosette's going to be her middle name. Yeah, she died and she turned in 1968, so I've given her a lot of like 60s fashion, even though it takes place in like the mid 70s, just because I think that's interesting. Like, I think it's cool to have vampires stuck in like their time period that they died in, and it also makes sense for her to be dressing in the 60s style in the 70s. She could just like be going for a vintage type of look, right? Here is my concept page for my demon girl, and I didn't even know what she was gonna be at this stage. I just had her face out. I think she's really pretty. I really love her. Her name is Carmen. Her middle name is Rosemary, and she's a demon. I was alternating between werewolf, demon, and ghost, but I settled for my original idea. Oh, and she's like currently alive. She's like 26-ish, but she's 70s attire. So she wears her hair in like 80s style, because my idea is like she can see into the future. So she has like a good idea of what the next style is gonna be. So she wears things before they get big. So she wears her hair like that because she knows it's gonna be a big trend and she likes that trend. There is a few more sketches of them. I have some faces. I really like this one. This is Carmen. Here we have Florence, I think is gonna be her name, in her little 60s getup, her little go-go boots. And here we have Carmen, and none of these are like really finalized designs right now. I'm still gonna work on their finalized designs, but I'm gonna do that digitally so I have more color access. But here are the colors I have so far picked out for them. Obviously she can wear different colored clothes, but her skin tone, I need to decide on that. So here we have a full like character page for Cosette, Florence, whatever the hell her name is. She turns into a little bat with a bow and big ass eyelashes. Here are just some expressions I did for her, you know, like tears, skeptical, flirty, eye roll. What's this expression? I don't know, bro. You get the point. Expressions. Here we have her in crazed vampire mode. Smirk. And then I think I'm gonna do a few more expressions for Carmen. She has nope. She, not an alien. She has a human form and then a demon form. Her human form is still pretty tall for a woman, but I want her demon form to be like super duper tall. And then Cosette is like average, or Florence, Cosette, I don't know, bro. She's like average human size. Here's a little sketch I did for TikTok. I'll share that. When you wake up next time in the middle of the night with your head in your hands and nothing but this wife, and when you think about me, all those years It's good luck, babe. And then here's something completely unrelated. This is Penny from Stardew Valley. But that's all I have right now, so we're gonna get started on concepting a little bit more, but that's all I have for now. Okay, let's get started. So to begin with, I wanted to draw her in the 60s and 60s wear, because most of the time I draw characters like modern day, and I wanted to try something new. I really like trying out different fashion designs and stuff like that, like doing different eras, doing research on different eras of fashion. Most of the time, if I do go out of like modern day clothing, I go for more like Y2K or Victorian Rococo fashion. So let's get into a little bit about her. Her name is Florence. I chose Florence Cosette. That's her middle name. She's a Catholic girl. She has compet, so she's a lesbian, but she's kind of struggling with that. That's what I wanted her storyline to be. I really wanted to make use of the layers that I have in Procreate, because like I'm doing digital art, I might as well reap the benefits that I sow with choosing to do digital. So I made a lot of layers to play around with her color scheme, because I didn't want to just stick to one and then not try anything else out. I do think I like the first color scheme I went with most, because I like her brown hair. I might do blue eyes, I don't know. I might switch some things up. I also gave her, you'll see later, I gave her red hair, and I tried blonde too, and I tried a few different eye colors. But I think yellow is probably the eye color I'm going to go with. That's kind of the eye color I give to most vampires I make. So here you can see me doing a different pose, trying to draw her from the front. And I also tried, because in my sketch that I colored, I gave her a green dress, and I really like green on her. But for this one, I wanted to try giving her a different color. I gave her retractable fangs, so in the first two, you can't see her fangs, but in the third one, you can. For her hair, obviously it's 60s inspired, and Lana Del Rey is definitely a lot of 60s inspiration in her fashion, so her fashion is definitely a little bit inspired from Lana Del Rey, especially in her hair. I gave her 60s makeup too, with that like aggressive black line cut crease. I used a lot of model references from the 60s for her face shape to try and see what like the beauty standard back then was, because I thought that would be an interesting thing to include and an interesting way to choose her face shape. The entire story is going to take place in the 70s. I initially wanted it to take place in the 80s, which is why Carmen has 80s hair. But I realized I didn't like 80s fashion enough to make Carmen wear it, so I moved it back to the 70s, and I just kind of made a plot revision so that I could still keep her 80s hair, because I didn't want to get rid of it. I always have liked the idea of vampires like wearing their fashion from like the time they died in. I've done a few Draculaura redesigns for Monster High, and most of the time I give her like a little bit of Victorian inspiration, just because like I think that's cool. I think it's a cool way to involve fashion history instead of just making them modern. I haven't thought about why or how she turned yet. I'm still working on her backstory a little bit, and I don't know what her job is, but I know that her and Karma meet. Karma? Bro, pack it up, Jojo Siwa. I know her and Carmen meet at work. I haven't given her an official height yet either, but that's what I'm going to work on. Not in my next video. My next video is going to be focused on Carmen, but after that I'm going to do a bit more in-depth like designing, especially for her accessories and stuff, because I decided she's going to be Catholic, so I'm probably going to give her a cross necklace. But yeah, that's it. And that's it. But I'm going to keep working on her. I'm going to keep working on her accessories. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you want more OC content, because I'm going to make it anyways. But I hope you enjoyed watching my creative process. Let me know if you want to see more speed paint style videos where I just screen record and then speed it up. I just use the Procreate version, but if I do a screen recording, you'll be able to see all the small details better. But that's it for today. Next time we're going to work on Carmen. Get pumped. You can learn more about her. Love her. But that's all I have for you today. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me I'm pretty, because I love compliments. I love you. Bye.